Hello, my friend. I'm Dr. Patel, 60 years old, and for over 30 years, I've dedicated my life to helping older adults stay healthy, flexible, and most importantly, free to move. Because once you lose that freedom, you realize just how precious it really is. Have you ever felt like your legs just aren't yours anymore? You get out of bed and your knees start negotiating with you. A quiet crack here, a dull ache there, many folks think. Well, I guess that's just old age, but no. It's not just age, it's collagen slipping away from your body. And the amazing thing is, you can invite it back. Not with pills, not with surgery, but with fruit. In this video, I'll show you 9 simple fruits, small, easy to find, that can help bring strength and stability back to your legs. Some you may already know, but the most powerful one, 99% of older adults have never even tried it. Want to know what it is? Let's begin. Part 1, papaya. I want you to picture this. It's morning. You step out of bed, place your feet on the floor, and slowly stand up. But then your knees start talking again. That familiar feeling, tight, swollen, almost like something inside is inflamed. Every step feels uncertain. And sometimes you find yourself wondering, is this just part of getting older? Have you ever thought that knee pain is just because of aging? That's what most people believe. And honestly, I used to think so too. Until I looked deeper into lab tests, real-life cases, clinical research. And here's what I found. Joint pain, swelling, stiffness. They're not just old age problems. They're signs that your collagen is fading away. Collagen, it sounds technical, but it's in everything. Skin muscles, tendons, cartilage, and ligaments. When we're young, our bodies make plenty of it, but after age 30, it starts to decline slowly, quietly like sand slipping through your fingers. By 60, many people have lost more than half their natural collagen, and that's the price we pay: sore knees in the morning, heavy legs after standing too long, limited movement. One of my patients, Linda, she's 67, came to me with swollen knees. She couldn't walk for more than 10 minutes without needing a break. She used to love gardening evening walks with her husband, but recently she had stopped. "I just don't want to slow people down," she told me. I asked about her diet, her lifestyle. And then I gave her one small suggestion, the same one I'm sharing with you today. Start your morning with papaya. Yes, papaya. It may look simple, but it's nature's gift for aging knees. Did you know papaya has more vitamin C than even oranges? And vitamin C is essential for making collagen in the body. But what really makes papaya special is something called papain, an enzyme found inside papaya. Papain helps break down proteins into tiny building blocks, amino acids, which your body needs to create fresh collagen. It also supports digestion, helping your body absorb nutrients better so those building blocks actually reach your joints, ligaments, and cartilage. In a study published in the Journal of Medicinal Food, older adults with chronic knee stiffness ate papaya daily for 2 weeks. Most reported less pain, better flexibility, and the ability to walk longer without needing rest. "Doctor, just papaya?" Linda asked me. I said. But it's not about magic. It's about giving your body a chance to heal, a little bit of raw material to rebuild what's been worn down. Have you ever felt like Linda, not wanting to be a burden because you walk slower, not wanting to speak up because people say, well, that's just aging? But let me tell you something from the heart. Getting older doesn't mean accepting pain. Every single cell in your body, whether you're 60, 70, or 80, still has the power to recover. You just need to give it the tools: that slice of ripe papaya, soft orange, with a gentle sweetness. It's not just a fruit, it's medicine. It's a natural patch for the torn collagen deep in your joints. And when you eat papaya each morning, maybe half a fruit or diced up with a bit of lime, you're sending your body a message: I'm ready to heal. Now, I'm not saying papaya alone is the answer. You still need gentle movement, good sleep, and low stress. But if I had to choose, just one simple, low-cost way to begin, papaya is always at the top of my list. Linda did it, and 2 months later she came back, smiling. "I'm walking with my husband again." She said, "We go slow, but I no longer feel like I'm holding him back, and I want that for you too. So tomorrow morning, try it, just one bite of ripe papaya. Think of it as a small gift. The first step to restoring your ease, your freedom, your quiet joy in every movement. And if you feel a difference after a week or two, come back and tell me. I read every comment, because sometimes even a simple fruit can offer new hope when we learn to listen to our body." Now let's move on to the second fruit on our list. Mango, a fruit that's not only sweet on the tongue, but gentle on your knees and aging joints. Do you remember what it felt like to run around in the summer sun when you were younger? I remember it vividly. Back when I was a boy in the warm afternoons of rural Texas, my brother and I would climb the mango tree behind our house. We'd pick ripe mangoes and eat them right there, the juice dripping down our arms, laughing with our faces all sticky. It was sweet, it was fresh. And little did I know, that mango, my childhood treat, would one day become nature's medicine, a secret gift to help older adults like us keep our legs strong. Because mango isn't just delicious, it's a quiet ally of collagen. You know, whenever a patient tells me their knees crack going up the stairs or their ankles swell a little in the evenings, I always ask, when was the last time you ate a mango? And most of them smile and say, it's been years. Why? Because they think mango is just a snack. Or worse, too sweet. Yeah, I might get diabetes, but here's the truth. If you eat it the right way, mango can actually help your knees move more smoothly. Why? Because mango is rich in beta-carotene, the precursor to vitamin A, and also packed with vitamin C, two nutrients your body needs to build and protect collagen. If vitamin C is the builder, beta-carotene is the bodyguard, shielding your collagen from being broken down by inflammation, stress, and aging. In a study published by the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, researchers found that people who got more beta-carotene and vitamin C from fresh foods had higher collagen density in their connective tissue. In other words, mango doesn't just help you rebuild collagen, it helps you keep what you already have. Let me tell you about another patient of mine, Mr. James, 72 years old. He told me, "Doctor, I used to run marathons. Now just walking from the kitchen to the sofa hurts, and we didn't start with pills. We started with something sweet, a small serving of ripe mango each morning with some chia seeds and a bit of Greek yogurt. 3 weeks later, he returned to my office with a glow in his eyes. My knees still click, he said, but they don't hurt anymore. That's the difference mango and the right nutrition can make. Have you ever imagined that a summer fruit could make such a big impact? And if you're worried about the sugar, here's what I tell my patients. Yes, mango has natural sugars, but it also comes with fiber and antioxidants. And when eaten in moderation, it won't spike your blood sugar the way processed sweets do. Half a ripe mango in the morning when your body absorbs nutrients best is a perfectly healthy choice for your joints and even your heart. So I want you to try something. Tomorrow, slice up a little mango for your breakfast. Look at that golden orange color like morning sunshine on your plate. Don't rush. Take a bite. Let that gentle sweetness melt on your tongue. And while you eat, picture this. Every cell in your knee joint receiving raw material, rebuilding, repairing, restoring. That's not a fairy tale. That's biology, simple and miraculous, and you can start it today. I know you've lived through many seasons of life. You've learned to tolerate discomfort. You've told yourself it's just part of getting older. But I also know somewhere inside there's still someone in you who wants to walk freely, without needing to grab a chair, without having to stop halfway. And if just one bite of mango can bring you closer to that freedom, then why not try it? Thank you for being here, for listening. Try mango this week and come back to tell me how it felt. I'll be right here continuing this journey with you, sharing more fruits, more natural gifts that Mother Nature has offered us in the most beautiful season of life. The season of wisdom and self-care, fruit number 3. Pineapple, the golden fruit that soothes aching knees and swollen ankles. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like your legs were a little swollen after standing too long in the afternoon? Not sharp pain, not anything dramatic, just a tightness, a little heaviness. Maybe your knees feel like they're trying to fold under you. If you're nodding your head, I want you to know you're not alone. I've heard that same feeling from hundreds of older patients over the years. And one of the first things I often tell them, try adding fresh pineapple to your daily routine. Yes, pineapple. I like to call it the golden fruit for golden years, because pineapple is one of the richest natural sources of an enzyme that fights inflammation from the inside out. You see, when your joints swell, it's often because of chronic inflammation, the silent process that speeds up collagen breakdown and leads to joint degeneration. But pineapple contains something special, bromelain, a gift from nature that science is finally starting to respect. Bromelain has been shown to reduce inflammation, ease swelling, and in many studies, its effects on joint pain from arthritis are comparable to anti-inflammatory drugs. NSAIDs, but without the nasty side effects on your stomach or liver. I remember a man named Richard, 74 years old, who came into my clinic with heavy, tired legs. He was a retired firefighter, strong, active, used to climbing stairs and running toward danger. But now he told me, "Doctor, I don't even want to go outside anymore. I'm afraid I can't stand for more than 10 minutes." So we started simple, not with pills, but with a bowl of fresh pineapple each morning. Not canned, not soaked in syrup, just sweet, golden ripe pineapple. He came back a week later. No miracle cure, no total relief. But he said I stood and cooked dinner without needing a stool. That hasn't happened in months. Can you feel something in that story? Maybe you used to be the one who never sat down. And now, just standing at the sink makes your legs throb. That's not weakness. That's your body calling for help, asking for support gently and patiently. And support doesn't have to come from strong medicine. It can start with one slice of pineapple in the morning when your digestion is strongest and your body absorbs natural enzymes best. But not all pineapple is created equal. Here's what I always tell my patients. Choose fresh, ripe pineapple, golden, fragrant, and sweet. Avoid canned pineapple and syrup. The added sugar cancels out the anti-inflammatory benefits. Eat pineapple 30 minutes before a meal, or with a little protein like plain Greek yogurt to help absorb bromelain more effectively. And here's something else I think you'll love. Besides bromelain, pineapple gives you over 75 milliliters of vitamin C per cup, enough to jumpstart collagen production daily. It also contains manganese, a mineral that helps activate enzymes your body uses to rebuild connective tissue. In other words, pineapple doesn't just reduce inflammation, it creates the conditions for your joints to heal themselves. It's like you're not just mopping up water from a wet floor, you're opening the window and letting the sun dry everything out. Have you ever eaten pineapple like this before? If not, I hope you'll give it a try. Slice up a few pieces of ripe pineapple, eat slowly, chew well. Let the fresh, sweet taste spread across your tongue. And while you do, imagine this. Every bite is helping your knees breathe again, making space for collagen to return. Little by little, we often think healing joints has to be complicated. Strong meds, injections, physical therapy. But sometimes the answer is simple. A fruit, a little patience, and a quiet belief that your body still knows how to heal. If you feel a difference, even a small one, come back and tell me. I read every comment, and every time someone writes, "Doctor, I'm walking easier now." That's a day. I remember why I do this. Fruit number 4, guava. A humble fruit with mighty collagen power. It's simple, it's familiar. So familiar, in fact, that many people forget just how powerful it really is. But guava, yes, the same guava you may have eaten as a kid, holds a secret that could change the health of your knees, joints, and legs. Let me ask you something. Do you remember the smell of a ripe guava? It's not as bold as mango, not as bright as pineapple, but there's something warm and earthy about it, like a quiet memory from childhood. Most people think of guava as a snack, but for me, someone who's worked with thousands of older adults, guava is a trusted friend for tired knees and aging legs. Did you know guava is one of the richest sources of vitamin C in the world? Just one medium. Guava contains over 200 milligrams of vitamin C. That's 4 times as much as an orange for your knees and ligaments. That number isn't just a fact, it's life one. Because vitamin C is the key that unlocks your body's ability to make collagen. Without it, the enzymes inside you can't build the collagen fibers that keep your joints stable, like steel beams in a building. A body without enough vitamin C is like a house under construction with no cement. Everything slows down, weakens, and starts to crumble from within. Let me tell you about a woman named Angela, 69 years old. She was a retired school teacher who used to walk every morning in a small park near her home. Then one day her ankles started swelling in the afternoons. Her knees felt like something was grinding inside. No injury, no fall, just a quiet message from her body. "I need help?" I asked. "Are you taking vitamin C?" She said, "I drink orange juice every day, but nothing's really changed." So I told her this: try eating 1 guava each morning. Don't juice it, don't cook it, eat it whole. Let nature go in just the way it was made. 3 weeks later, she came back. Same face, but brighter eyes. She smiled and said, "Doctor, I can walk 20 minutes without needing a break now." Guava doesn't just give your body the tools to make collagen. It protects what you already have. Guava contains lycopene and polyphenols, powerful antioxidants that guard your existing collagen from being broken down by stress, inflammation, or aging. It's like building a fence around the bridge that holds up your knees so the floods of life don't wash it away. A study published in the Asia-Pacific Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that older adults who ate guava every day for 6 weeks had better skin and elasticity and less knee inflammation, thanks to the vitamin C and antioxidants packed into this simple fruit. And the best part? Guava is available. Affordable, easy to eat. You don't need expensive supplements or fancy treatments. Sometimes just one guava in the morning, washed, eaten slowly, mindfully, is enough to begin your healing journey. Here's what I often tell my patients. Choose guava that's just ripe, not too soft, not too green. Eat it with the skin. If it's clean and pesticide-free, the skin holds fiber and flavonoids. Avoid guava juice with added sugar. Sugar increases inflammation. Try pairing guava with a kiwi or papaya, the collagen trio I recommend for every morning. It's simple. It works. Have you ever eaten guava as medicine? I don't mean medicine in a chemical way. I mean medicine from nature. Something pure, gentle, showing up right when your body needs it most. That's guava. Humble, earthy, and quietly powerful. If you're looking for something safe, gentle, and real, something that could shift your daily life without turning it upside down. I truly believe one guava a day is a beautiful place to start. Remember Angela's story? Now, she doesn't just walk each morning. She joined a senior dance class at her local community center. She used to worry she couldn't keep moving. Now she's moving with joy, and I believe you can too. Thank you for being here and for listening, not just with your ears, but with your heart. If you try guava and feel a difference in your knees or your walks after a few weeks, come back and share. Because your story might be the one that helps someone else who's still sitting in silence wondering where to begin. Fruit number 5, amla, the hidden gem for healing from within. Let's move on to the 5th fruit on our list. Amla, also known as Indian gooseberry. It's an ancient secret from Indian medicine. And now modern science is finally beginning to catch up. You probably won't find amla in your local supermarket. It's not a common fruit in the US, but if you've ever heard of it, or even if this is your first time today, I want to tell you a quiet, powerful story about healing. From the inside out, I once asked a patient, if I could take you back 20 years, when you could bend down to tie your shoes, stand up without pushing off your knees, walk up the stairs without stopping, would you want to go back? She smiled slowly, a little sadly, and said, of course I would. But I know I'm not young anymore, doctor. And I said, you don't need to be young again. We just need to restore what's quietly been taken away. And sometimes a small green fruit can help us do that. That fruit is amla, or Indian gooseberry. Now, you may have never heard of it, but in India, people have used amla for thousands of years. Not because it tastes good, to be honest. It's very sour, but because it's one of the richest sources of natural vitamin C on the planet. Unlike oranges or lemons, the vitamin C in amla is bound to stable polyphenols, which means your body absorbs it slower, deeper, and longer lasting. Why does that matter? Because building collagen isn't just about having vitamin C. It's about keeping it in your blood long enough to activate the enzymes that build collagen deep in your joints, skin, and connective tissue. And amla does that quietly but powerfully. In a clinical study published in Clinical Interventions in Aging, older adults who took amla extract daily for 12 weeks reported a 42% reduction in knee pain and swelling, a 24% increase in collagen density on skin biopsies. This wasn't just a good feeling. This was real structural change from within. One of my patients, Ravi, age 65, originally from India, now living in New Jersey, shared this with me. Back home, my mother gave us amla every day. I hated it, too sour. But now, I'm going back to it, not for the taste, but because I want to stand up without groaning. So we started simple. 1 teaspoon of amla powder in warm water, a little honey, and a few drops of lemon to soften the sourness. Taken in the morning on an empty stomach, when your body absorbs nutrients. The best, 2 weeks later, Ravi called me. His voice was excited. Doctor, this morning I got out of bed without holding on to the wall. And that's what I want you to feel too. You don't need to climb mountains. You don't need to run marathons. Sometimes all you need is a morning without pain. One step without hesitation. Amla doesn't just help build collagen. It protects the collagen you already have. It slows down collagenase, the enzyme that breaks down your joints. And it stimulates fibroblasts, the cells that build new collagen fibers in your cartilage, ligaments, and even your skin. It also contains quercetin and gallic acid, two powerful antioxidants that protect your joints from damage caused by everyday movement and oxidative stress. Now, you may be wondering, where do I find amla? If you're in the US, you can try organic amla powder, unsweetened amla juice, dried amla fruit. Look for no added sugar. No matter which form you choose, remember these tips. Take it in the morning. Mix with warm water, honey or lemon if needed. Stay consistent, a little each day. Adds up. I'm not telling you amla is a miracle cure. I don't believe in magic pills. I believe in small, steady things, done with care and intention. One small habit, one green fruit, one moment of freedom each day. If you've ever felt like aging means shrinking, slowing, or losing your freedom, I want you to know you still have the power to expand your life again from the inside out. And maybe it starts with one amla each day. Fruit number 6, kiwi. Small, green, and quietly powerful. Let me tell you a story about kiwi, that little green fruit with a fuzzy skin and a surprising power to heal. I want you to close your eyes and remember this feeling. It's a bright, peaceful morning. You've just woken up. Your feet touch the cool floor. But then, your left knee, or maybe your right, sends you a familiar message. Hold on. I'm not ready yet. You pause, you rub your forehead, and you think, maybe I just slept in the wrong position. But the truth is, your knee isn't just stiff, it's growing weaker day by day because your body is quietly losing one key ingredient, collagen. And kiwi, that small, bright green fruit, is one of the best ways to switch collagen production back on. You might be surprised, but just one tiny kiwi has over 70 milligrams of vitamin C, more than an orange ounce for ounce. And as you've learned by now, vitamin C isn't just for immunity. It's the key that unlocks your body's ability to rebuild collagen. One of my patients, Joe, age 75, a retired engineer, came to me after a hip replacement surgery. Doctor, he said, I want to recover fast. I want to walk again without the cane. We built a recovery plan together, and one of the very first things I told him was, every morning eat 2 kiwis on an empty stomach. He raised his eyebrows. Just that, I smiled. Not just that, I said, but it's a powerful place to start. A study from the University of Otago in New Zealand showed that after just 1 week of eating 2 kiwis daily, participants had a 30% increase in blood vitamin C, and they reported better knee flexibility and mobility. But kiwi doesn't stop at vitamin C. It contains a special enzyme called actinidin, which helps break down proteins in food and allowing your body to absorb amino acids, the raw building blocks of collagen. Think of it like this. Collagen is the house. Vitamin C is the architect. Actinidin is the delivery truck bringing bricks and cement to the site. Without actinidin, even if you eat enough protein, your body might struggle to put those pieces together. And kiwi brings another gift to the table. Antioxidants, flavonoids, carotenoids. These are your collagen's bodyguards, protecting it from inflammation, stress, and free radicals that try to break it down too soon. I remember when Joe came back 3 weeks after our first meeting. He held his cane almost like it was just a prop. Doctor, he said, I still feel a little sore, but I didn't use the cane today. I walked around the park this morning. I didn't say, it's because of the kiwi. I just smiled and said, maybe it wasn't just the kiwi, but the kiwi helped flip the switch and your body knew what to do from there. Have you been eating kiwi the right way? Here are my suggestions. Eat the skin too. If it's clean, the skin is full of fiber and antioxidants. Eat it early in the morning when your body absorbs enzymes and vitamin C. Best pair kiwi with plain yogurt, chia seeds, or oats for a delicious breakfast that supports both your joints and your digestion. Don't underestimate something small. Healing doesn't always come from loud, expensive treatments. Sometimes it starts with quiet habits, repeated gently, and a quiet belief that your body is still listening, still capable, still ready to respond. Kiwi isn't a drug, but it's a natural tool, one that helps your body remember how to heal, just like it used to when you were younger. You just have to remind it. With 1 kiwi each morning, try it. And when you do, tell me how it feels. Because if you're 50, 60, 70, or beyond, you still deserve to move freely without pain, without hesitation, and I believe kiwi can bring you one step closer to that freedom. In the next part, I'll share with you another small fruit, but this time, one that carries a powerful purple secret. Fruit number 7, blackberry, the tiny purple defender of your collagen. Let's talk about blackberries. Small, dark, and often overlooked. but packed with a quiet power that can protect the precious collagen inside your knees, hips, and ankles. Have you ever felt like your legs were getting heavier? Not because of weight gain, but that strange feeling, like your feet are harder to lift, your joints a little stiff, your knees a bit swollen after sitting too long. That feeling, I call it the silent fatigue of connective tissue. And if you've been feeling that way, I want you to know there's a tiny fruit growing in clusters often dismissed as just a snack that may help you feel strong again. It's called blackberry. I still remember a trip I took years ago to visit a patient in Oregon. On the way back, I stopped by a local berry farm. The farmer, an older gentleman, told me, "We eat blackberries every morning. Not because they taste good, but because now that I'm older, they keep my knees from locking up in the morning." I smiled, because what he said lined up perfectly with what modern science is now confirming. Did you know that blackberries are one of the richest sources of anthocyanins? Anthocyanins are the pigments that give berries their deep purple color. But they're more than just color. They're powerful antioxidants that have been shown to block collagenase, the enzyme that breaks down collagen in inflamed joints. In simple terms, anthocyanins are natural shields that protect your cartilage, especially in the knees, hips, and ankles from wearing down. One study published in the journal Nutrients showed that older adults who ate blackberries daily experienced a 25% reduction in inflammation markers related to joint degeneration, especially those with chronic knee and hip pain. But blackberries don't stop there. They also contain polyphenols that boost circulation, helping blood flow more efficiently to your lower legs. And when your blood flows better, your joints get more oxygen, more nutrients, and more collagen. I had a patient named Margaret, 68, widowed, living alone. She loved gardening, but lately her legs had become stiff each morning. She told me, "Doctor, I sit on the edge of my bed for 5 minutes every morning before I can stand up." We didn't start with medication. We started with something simple and sweet. A handful of fresh blackberries each morning, mixed into Greek yogurt with a spoonful of flax seeds and a few slices of kiwi. 4 weeks later, Margaret walked into my office without her cane for the first time. "I was out in the garden today," she told me. "The weeds were tall, but for the first time in months, I was happy to pull them." That's what blackberries can do. Not a miracle, not a magic pill, but a quiet kind of protection. You see, once your body starts making collagen again, you need to protect it from the daily wear and tear. UV rays, stress, chronic inflammation. All of them are silent thieves stealing the cartilage that cushions your joints, and anthocyanins in blackberries. They're the patient guards holding the gate. Here's how to use them well. Eat them fresh if possible. Freezing or cooking can reduce antioxidant power. Eat them in the morning or after light movement when circulation is strongest. Add them to oats, yogurt, or enjoy them as a healthy dessert. Avoid packaged blackberries with added sugar. Sugar fuels inflammation. Isn't it amazing? Something no bigger than your fingertip can help keep your knees moving freely. But I'm not surprised, because true strength doesn't come from size. It comes from consistency and patience. A handful each day, a little faith each morning. Noticing the small changes until one day you stand up and realize your knees didn't complain. Try blackberries this week. Then come back and tell me how you feel, because your story of healing may become the light someone else needs to begin their own journey out of pain. And in the next part, I'll share with you another small fruit, also dark in color, famous for brain health, but secretly a powerful helper for collagen in your knees and legs. Fruit number 8, blueberry. A small fruit with a big gift for your joints. We're nearing the end of this natural healing journey. And now let's talk about the 8th fruit, blueberries. Tiny, deep blue, and often praised for brain health. But few people know they're also silent heroes for the knees, the joints, and tired legs. Have you ever had blueberries? Those small, round, blue-purple berries often show up on cakes and smoothies or as a light snack. But today I'd like you to see blueberries differently. Not as dessert, but as gentle medicine for joints that have carried you for decades. I remember attending a medical conference in Maine where wild blueberries grow in abundance. A colleague of mine, an internist, 62 years old, said, over a cup of tea, "I eat blueberries every day, not for my memory, but because my knees thank me for it," and I smiled. Because even doctors become patients. And when you've lived long enough, you begin to appreciate life's smallest things more deeply. So what makes blueberries good for joints and collagen? The answer lies in a special group of compounds called flavonoids, and the most powerful among them is anthocyanin, the pigment that gives blueberries their beautiful blue-purple color. Anthocyanins can fight inflammation, protect collagen from free radical damage, shield your knees and ankles from silent aging. In a study published in the Journal of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, older adults who ate blueberries daily improved joint mobility by up to 38% in just 2 weeks. That means not just less pain, but easier movement. I had a patient, Thomas 71, a retired PE teacher. He told me I used to teach kids how to sprint. Now all I want is to walk without my knees clicking. We didn't turn to expensive medications. We started with something simple, frozen wild blueberries. Every morning he made a smoothie with one handful of blueberries, a scoop of oats, unsweetened plant-based milk, a tablespoon of ground flaxseed. 3 weeks later, he said, "No, I'm not running yet." But I stood through a full yoga class, no break needed. Blueberries are also rich in vitamin C and manganese, two essential nutrients in collagen production. Vitamin C is the blueprint. Manganese is the spark that activates the enzymes to bring that blueprint to life. Without manganese, collagen may be produced, but it will be weak and unstable. Thankfully, blueberries offer both. And here's something many people don't know. Blueberries can also improve circulation to the lower body, especially the knees, ankles, and feet, areas where blood flow tends to decline with age, which means the more regularly you eat blueberries, the more nutrients reach the joints that need healing. Best ways to eat blueberries. Choose wild blueberries if possible. They contain twice the antioxidants of regular ones. Eat them in the morning or after a light walk when your blood flow is at its peak. Avoid blueberry-flavored products or sugary pastries. Sugar harm collagen over time. I often tell my patients, healing doesn't mean rushing. It just means keeping your steps steady with a little help from nature each day. Blueberries are that quiet step. No loud labels, no big promises, just a small fruit. That may bring you back to freedom in movement. Try it tomorrow. Just a handful fresh in yogurt or blend it into a smoothie and let that be your starting point. And if your knees feel lighter after a few weeks, that's not luck. That's your body saying thank you. I hope you give it a try, then come back and tell me, because the healing journey doesn't have to be fast. It just needs you not to give up. Blueberries, tiny in size, big in strength, may become a part of your return to movement. Comfort and peace, fruit number 9. Strawberry, the sweet shield for your collagen. And now we've come to the final fruit in this natural healing journey. A gentle ending with a surprising twist. Fruit number 9, the strawberry. A fruit everyone knows but few people realize. It has the power to shut the door on the enzymes, quietly breaking down the collagen in your knees. Strawberries sweet, familiar, often found in desserts and birthday cakes. But behind their cheerful appearance, strawberries are silent warriors capable of slowing inflammation, stopping collagen breakdown, and gently restoring strength to legs that have felt worn down with age. When was the last time you had a strawberry? Maybe in a smoothie or a few sliced berries on a dessert plate. But today I'm not talking about dessert. I want you to see strawberries as a therapy for your knees, your ankles, and the connective tissue inside your body. Picture this. Every time there's even a small inflammation in your body, an enzyme called collagenase gets activated. It doesn't cause immediate pain. It doesn't scream, but slowly and silently it begins to erode the collagen in your joints, making your knees feel loose, your steps more difficult, and turning every movement into a quiet struggle. This is where strawberries step in. They're not only rich in vitamin C, which helps build new collagen, but they also contain ellagic acid, a powerful antioxidant that blocks the activity of collagenase. In other words, strawberries don't just help build collagen, they help stop it from being destroyed. A study in the Journal of Medicinal Foods showed that older adults with knee osteoarthritis who ate strawberries daily for 12 weeks saw a 37% reduction in inflammation markers, less pain, and most importantly, better mobility and ease of movement. I once asked a patient of mine, Dolores, 66, if there were a fruit that tasted great and helped your knees, would you try it? She laughed and said, if it's not a pill, I'll try anything. So we started simple. 1 cup of fresh strawberries each morning right after a light breakfast before she went out to care for her garden. 3 weeks later, she said, I still hear my knees crack sometimes, but I don't feel pain anymore. I even forgot to bring my garden stool outside. Strawberries also contain manganese, a critical mineral that helps enzymes link collagen fibers into strong, flexible structures. So in one small fruit, you get vitamin C to create collagen, manganese to strengthen it, ellagic acid to protect it. How should you eat strawberries for the best results? Fresh and raw is best. Avoid packaged juices, jams, or sugary pastries. If blending, keep the green tops on. They contain natural anti-inflammatory compounds. Eat them in the morning or after light movement when your body absorbs nutrients best. And if possible, choose organic strawberries. Have thin skins and absorb pesticides easily. You know, strawberries are shaped like tiny hearts, and I don't think that's a coincidence. They're good for your real heart and the heart of your mobility, your knees. If you've ever struggled to rise from a chair or felt tired after walking just a short distance, then I truly believe strawberries deserve a spot on your breakfast plate. Don't let your collagen slip away just because no one told you how to protect it. Let strawberries, nature's sweet gift, become your gentle shield, guarding what's left and helping you build what's next. I hope you give it a try. And if after a week or a month your knees feel less stiff in the mornings, you'll know your body is responding. Thank you for walking this entire journey with me. If you found this helpful, please share this video with someone who might need it, because sometimes one guava you share might turn into a gentle smile in someone's day. And that, to me, is beautiful. I'll see you in the next video, where we keep learning how to age with strength, grace, and purpose. Thank you.